already the year 2022, and in this day and age, it is vital that you are knowledgeable about the rules of money and how to eventually accelerate your personal income. And that is exactly what we will tackle. In today's video, we will be talking about the Rule of 72 and how it can help increase your income. But before anything else, welcome to the Pocket Investing channel, where the world of finance and investing is made the easiest. Number 1. Assets. Your assets can be evaluated using the principle of 72. Most people wish to spend some time in their lives, and you may utilize this guideline to gain useful knowledge about how soon it will require for your income to double. As a result, if you are thinking about investment, the principle of 72 might assist you in determining when you might get 100% profit on your money. As soon as you consider the concept of interest payments, the principle of 72 will work in your favor regardless of the type of asset you make. Attempt to estimate your own time frame for seeing profits on these assets utilizing the principle of 72. Number 2. Increase in price. The increase in price affects things like home products and facilities. For instance, simply put, it pays more to purchase the identical item that you did at the very same period the year before. We can estimate approximately the length of time it will require to exceed rising prices using the principle of 72. The cost will treble in the following 24 years if, for instance, the price level rises to 3% every year. Nevertheless, 72 divided by 6.8 gets us 10.6 if the annual inflation remains at the present level of 6.8%. In other words, expenses will soar within only 10 years. By applying the principle, you may prepare your finances in advance to avoid being crushed by increase in price. Number 3. Principle of 72. So I've been saying the principle of 72 since the beginning of the video, and for those of you who aren't aware of this, the principle of 72 is used to assist you manage loans, as well as when defining investment targets, analyzing market indicators, preparing for savings plan, assessing assets, and analyzing savings. Calculating how it will be required for an asset to double when earning a set lending rate is the way it operates. To figure it out, get 72 and divide by the expected rate of return. For instance, 72 divided by 8 if you anticipate receiving an interest rate of 8%. The result is 9. This will require you this many years to almost double your income. This rule has a lot of benefits. For instance, you can easily and rapidly assess if you're ahead of the curve. It may also be utilized to estimate rising prices, since it indicates the number of years it will take for the worth of the initial cash to drop in half instead of double, giving you peace of mind that your investment choices are sound. Having stated that, there are certain disadvantages to applying this principle. For instance, it should only be used with investments that compute interest charges once a year, due to its inability to estimate values under and beyond 6% and 10%. However, this principle does have some reliability issues. However, resist the temptation to let this disadvantage push you away from the principle of 72. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and like this video to not miss out on upcoming videos. Number 4. Investments. There are many benefits to using this technique, one of which is the ability to predict whenever your earning will double. Where do you consider whenever it relates to maintaining your earnings? While there is a greater probability of your cash increasing, there is also a greater risk of losing cash. Maybe you should create a bank account at your neighborhood bank. If you're fortunate, your bank account could earn 1% interest. This is typically the easiest target to hit. Making a plan for savings is an excellent suggestion, as is setting a target to save. You must, however, be aware of how it is going to take to double your money. Let's now examine a few applications of the rule. The income will double in 72 divided by the interest rate. Let's imagine, for instance, that you wish to put $2,000 in the bank. Let's also assume that you will receive an annual interest rate of 2%. Therefore, we just have to divide 72 by 2, which gives us 36 years. So, if you invest $2,000 now, you can anticipate having $2,000 in 36 years. However, I'm rather confident that waiting for 32 years will be tiring for you. There are lots of financial plans available that can ensure an annual return rate between 4 and 7%. Just conduct some study and meet with a financial professional. They'll be able to recommend you far better courses to go. So you still have $2,000, but you've decided to invest it in a savings plan like an index that promises an annual interest rate of 5%. Therefore, 32 divided by 5 is 6.4 years. Therefore, you will only be required to wait 6 years to double your money, no matter how much you invest in, as opposed to 32. It's also secure. 5% is only an illustration. Actual prices can be larger. The principle of 72 is an all-purpose method of calculating that you can apply to determine a variety of situations. And that ends today's video. We hope you learned something today that you can apply wherever you may be. And as always, see you on our next content.